Sean McDermott.
My decision to bring in a new coach was based on the results of our game in Denver.
How do you answer the fact that you have not given Josh a good enough wide receiver room?
Yeah, can I interrupt? I'll address the Keon situation. The coaching staff pushed to draft Keon. I'm not saying Brandon wouldn't have drafted him, but he wasn't his next choice. That was Brandon being a team player and taking advice of his coaching staff, who felt strongly about the player. And, he's taken, for some reason, heat over it and not saying a word about it. But I'm here to tell you the true story.
All right, so obviously that was the press conference that stopped everyone in their tracks this week, and there's been so much said about it. But Randy, I've been waiting all week to hear your perspective, particularly on the Keon Coleman. I'll remind everyone he is still on the Buffalo Bills, and now he hears that from the owner of the team. What would you imagine he's
tell you what, Keon Coleman, if you better get in the laboratory. And I mean right now. The thing about it, it's different when a coach, a player, someone else in the front office, but you got the head, the CEO of the organization, really telling you basically how they feel about you. So I don't even know how many more years he has on his contract, but y'all know me, I'm always rooting for the underdog. One thing about Keon Coleman, he was an underdog when he went to Florida State. Coming out of Florida State, he's an underdog. Now you have the owner of the organization that employs you is talking about you. So getting in the laboratory and proving people wrong, that's what he has to do. And basically what the owner's saying is, I need a better professional player, another better athlete for Josh Allen.
I've seen that clip a dozen times. Every time I hear it, I cannot believe it actually happened. I mean, the fact that the owner is up there, Keon Coleman, like somehow he became the center of why we're firing Sean McDermott and promoting Brandon Beane.
No one even brought up Keon Coleman.
Like out of nowhere, it just strays, and we're going to drive the bus over this young kid that, I'm sure he's disappointed with how his career's gone. But like, why are we even talking about it? And listen, I do think in some ways, this is, detracted from this job, right? It's Josh Allen. The Bills are amazing. There's so many things. Titles, 6 straight playoff appearances. They went to 2 AFC championship games. You just lost in overtime at the 1 seed. Like, what is the expectation here for this organization? It's obviously Super Bowl or bust.
Go ahead, Rick.
Well, the expectation is Super Bowl or bust. And so why the hell isn't Bill Belichick on that list? If you're going to fire Sean McDermott, who's obviously one hell of a football coach, gets you to the playoffs damn near every year, all right, who are you going to replace him with? It's unanimous. If you ask 1 million people who the best football coach in the history of the NFL is, you probably get 1 million people say Bill Belichick. Yeah. Why the hell are you not interviewing him? Like, we can understand if you're going to replace Sean McDermott with Bill Belichick. Nobody would say, oh, okay. All right, but anybody else is going to come up empty compared to what Sean McDermott did.
I really want to go back to what Alex was talking about. The reason why I talk about Keon Coleman getting back to work is, do y'all remember back during the regular season where Keon Coleman was a healthy scratch? For multiple games.
Yes. Yeah.
Then you're talking about you bring in Brandon Cooks, you bring in Gabe Davis. That's the inability for the guys on the outside. They're not making plays. So for the owner to be able to make a statement like that, he's calling me out. He said my name on national television.
It's time to take it personal.
I'm telling you.
It's time to take it personal.
Take it personal. Get in the laboratory, man. By the time we see you coming out OTAs and training camp, I need to see the
That
might be a start, too.
But that wasn't the coach's fault.
That was it. No, but
this is the
don't
coach's
forget
fault, right?
now. No, but that's what I'm saying.
No, it's not the general manager's fault, is what I'm trying to say. It's
right.
not his fault. This is the coach's fault, right? Because that's what I'm seeing with this whole Terry Pegula thing. It's like, hey, I guess Brandon Beane, I guess you got a pretty good advocate in the owner going there, because I guess, doesn't it say that the general manager can get pushed around? Like, okay, we can force a player on you, Brandon Beane. Where's the backbone from you? So I'm just giving you a player's perspective here. So let me move on to this head coaching thing, what you're talking about here, because that was just a mess with Terry Pegula, okay? This head coaching thing, I mean, honestly, Josh Allen at times can be a head case. Okay, that is the truth. the way he looks on the sideline, the way he plays out there frenetically, I think he can be a head case. The head coach has got to be able to wrangle this extraordinary talent in that's all over the place up here, especially in big games, and get his best performance out.
He's the reigning MVP. He's one of the best players in the NFL. I would say Sean McDermott did a pretty dang good job developing this kid. And listen, this is exciting. We can say Super Bowl or bust, and time will tell. But it's not unlikely that 2 years from now, all of Bills Nation looks back and says, boy, those Sean McDermott days were pretty nice.
Yeah, well, you can have all the MVPs you want and still lose in the AFC Championship game in the divisional round because somehow he panics sometimes when he plays. It's what happened in Denver.
You know what? I can say this. A guy that doesn't panic is Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick doesn't panic. And so I don't care. I'm not going to be satisfied, and no Bill fan should be satisfied until Bill Belichick's interviewing.
So perhaps maybe that was a decision that you would have agreed with, but that's not the direction they're going. They've made it clear that's not the direction they're going. It's not going to happen. What we are hearing from Shefty and others is that Josh will have a say, a role of some sort in who it is they wind up hiring. And we're hearing about people he's close to. We're hearing about Davis Webb, who was his backup and now is under consideration. Does that sound like the recipe for success?
It is. It is, because he's so important. Because he's so important as the quarterback, he has to feel comfortable. I automatically go to Stafford and McVay, getting some type of relationship where Josh feels comfortable enough to go out there and just play. I mean, because
I think we got to be careful here. Different. McVay was already a proven coach, had gone to a Super Bowl. He traded.
Okay, I mean the relationship.
This is unique in the sense that Josh is in these interview rooms. We've never heard of a great coach QB connection where they were best friends, right? Like Bill Walsh and Joe Montana weren't best friends, right? Bill Belichick and Brady, I've never had a coach that was they need to tell you sometimes tough news, right? Like it has to be tough love. And so that relationship, I think obviously is integral, right? Like what does that look like?
I think it's all about respect, and there has to be that way. But here's the thing, don't ever forget now, it ain't just about the quarterback. It's about the entire football team. This guy's got to motivate an entire football team. He's got to be the leader of that entire team. And to me, that's why I don't care that he's not thinking. They're making a mistake. They're making a mistake by not bringing Belichick in.
What decision they ultimately wind up making. Meanwhile, decisions on actives and inactives for the AFC Championship game have come down. And, Shefty, there's a few things worthy of note. Go.
Yeah, some notable actives and inactives today, Greeny, and mostly at the wide receiver position. For New England, Mac